Well, hello my friends. This is kind of an unscheduled video from me today. I decided that I was going to sell one of my kayaks, and this is the Wilderness System Tarpon 120. I don't use it anymore. I think it's a great kayak, but I have decided to put it on Craigslist. So I thought, you know, there may be someone out there in YouTube land that is looking for this type of kayak somewhere in the United States or the world for that matter, and they may want to get a better detailed look at this. So I thought before I let it go, take a little video, and maybe it'll help one of you guys out there somewhere if you're looking for this kayak. There are two traits that I look for in a kayak that I think are extremely important. Is first of all, how does the kayak glide through the water? Is it fast? Does it plow through the water? Is it slow? I'd have to say that the Tarpon 120 glides awesome through the water. It's a very quick kayak. The second thing that I always encourage people when they're looking for a kayak is to make sure that the kayak they're testing or getting turns well. Turning is vitally important in a kayak. You have to be able sometimes to maneuver very quickly. The Tarpon 120 turns fantastic. The 120 has a really nice front hatch. It's got these two levers that lock it down. It's got plenty of room if you wanted to do an overnight trip and throw some dry bags and things like that in there. The hatch itself is large enough. Now, is it watertight? I'm going to say no, it's not completely watertight. They do have a rubber gasket right here to seal it, but if you know anything about kayaks, it's virtually impossible to make any of the hatches waterproof, but this will keep out pretty much 95% of the water, I think, and it'll keep your stuff dry inside. Another cool feature up at the front of the 120 is the little bungee cord with the rubber wheel. A lot of times you need a place to quickly stow your paddle, you're stopping or whatever. You just slide it under and it holds your paddle. So that is a very small feature, but no less important. You will really come to like that. The 120 has soft grab handles at the bow and also the stern of the kayak. Adjustable foot pedals, simply squeeze, move the pedal to your desired position, it locks in very fast. Another storage hatch at your seat, plenty of storage room in there. It also comes with a couple of storage trays with a rubber mesh type covering. Very handy for stowing your gear, you know, your wallet, whatever, a drink, doesn't matter. I like these, they're very handy. Also has a cup holder. I think it's in kind of a weird spot, but that's okay. You may have to reach forward and get your cold beer. Okay, the seat. There's nothing special about this seat. One of the important things that you must consider is the seat, because if you're going to be in a kayak for hours, the seat's very important. This one is fairly comfortable. Now, if you stay in this thing 6 hours, are you going to get out feeling refreshed and great? Might be a little bit stiff. It is raised a little bit off the deck, so a lot of water would have to come in for you to get your butt wet. That's another thing you want to consider. You don't want your butt wet in a kayak if you don't have to. There's not a lot to say. It's a decent seat. Gear rails, extremely important. If you're going to fish out of your kayak, these come pre-installed. Different companies like Ram and Yak Attack make accessories. They simply slide in there. Fantastic accessory. I think gear rails should actually be mandatory on every kayak. A very nice tank well at the rear of the boat with pre-installed gear rails and a bungee cord. It's very ample size. You will use this a lot. It's got a couple of scupper holes there also to drain any water that gets in. Wilderness Systems has made it easy here at the back of the boat to install a rudder, and also you have your drain plug right here. A couple other observations. The boat is 30 inches wide, and that's pretty good. That's pretty ample. It's got a lot of room. It's got a lot of leg room and everything. It's a comfortable boat. The specs say that it's good for 350 pounds. Personally, I think that's really pushing it. A 350-pound person in this kayak would not do well at all. I think in the probably the max weight would be in the 250, 260 to be comfortable in this kayak and to be able to maneuver it. So that's it. That's the Tarpon 120. So I'll take some pictures and get this thing on Craigslist maybe today or tomorrow. But if you are interested in this, wherever you are in the country, I hope this little quick review helps you out.